About 140 volunteers will be sleeping in this room, Kelly. They've left their families and their warm beds behind to sleep on a cot and provide comfort to those. He attributes his success to many things, one being he spent tens of thousands of dollars. There used to be graffiti covering this door, but the Parks Department removed it. The 28-year-old barricaded himself inside his mother's home. But as you can see, the wind is still pretty strong out here. Now we're on Highway 87, the road that leads to Sabine Pass, and as you can see, it is blocked. It is blocked by debris, telephone poles, pieces of... This is a lesson that will help keep drugs out of our communities and will help prevent possible terror attacks. There are about 50 dogs and their handlers out here at this location, but only one dog works at a time with their handler, and what the dog does is he scratches. He's looking for marijuana, crack cocaine, or cocaine. Kelly, Port Arthur police spent 10 hours outside this home behind me, located in the 2500 block of 61st Street. The 28-year-old barricaded himself inside his mother's home. The family of a Nederland man taken hostage by Islamic militants in Algeria tells KFDM News they too are waiting to find out more, and they're hoping for the best.
They're moving pieces of metal, tearing out brick walls, spraying water everywhere they see flames.
My phone was ringing, said the house was to the ground and burned down.
Firefighters say it took only about 10 minutes for the fire to destroy Todd Duga's home.
But I never lost anything like this.
While firefighters worked on the hot spots, Duga could only watch, unable to help.
Here is it. It's lost. I mean, we just moved here. Everything we have is in it. We lost everything, so.
Furniture, heirlooms, tools they need each day, buried under bricks and concrete blocks, beneath what's left of the Dugas' first home.
The couple bought the two-story house about a month ago and were giving it a facelift. But now, after the fire, all that's left is soot, pieces of metal, and tin.
Small pieces of the couple's dream. Tough to look at, but they can't turn away, knowing their hard work and desire to remodel a home for their future vanished in no more than 10 minutes. In Bridge City, Ashley Gaston, KFDM 6 News.
Well, today is a milestone in the Port of Beaumont's work with the military. The port has unloaded the last military vehicle to leave Iraq following the end of the fighting in December of 2011. 6 News anchor Ashley Gaston joins us live from the Port of Beaumont with more. Ashley.
Kelly, I'm standing in front of the Ocean Crescent. It's a cargo ship that's transported military equipment from the Port of Beaumont to Iraq 6 times. Today, crew members worked to unload a portion of the military vehicles, but to servicemen and women, there was one special vehicle aboard, the last military vehicle to leave Iraq.
This vehicle has been proven to save many, many lives since it was sent over there.
Members of the 842nd Transportation Battalion applauded while they watched a crane lower a military vehicle onto the Port of Beaumont.
It's like a best friend. It's like a best friend.
It's known as an MRAP, or mine-resistant ambush protected vehicle. The vehicle and many like it were in Iraq for a number of years and protected servicemen and women from bombs.
All of the exterior components can get blown off, but basically the cab stays intact and soldiers are able to walk away from it.
Michael Stone is the battalion sergeant major for the 842nd Transportation Unit. He says the MRAP is one of a kind. This mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicle is the final one to leave Iraq when the fighting ended last December.
It just gives me a lot of pride and joy to see it. And I feel real good about it.
The Department of Defense removed nearly 4 million pieces of equipment from Iraq. Hundreds of those military vehicles are stored here at the Port of Beaumont, awaiting their next mission.
Military vehicles, Stone says, help the Army make Iraq a better place.
We opened up schools. I saw little girls go to school and they've never been to school before. I saw power plants open, water plants open. Saw little technical colleges being open, and so I meant, oh yeah, it's definitely a lot better when I left than when I got over there.
At 7 o'clock this evening, crews will work to remove the remainder of the 150 military vehicles that are aboard the Queen Crescent. Tomorrow morning, the MRAP will head to Fort Hood. We're live in Beaumont. Ashley Gaston, KFDM 6 News.
Cheerleaders say their faith is not broken. In fact, they say it has only grown stronger in the wake of a ban on religious signs at football games. The superintendent issued the ban Tuesday following a complaint. KFDM anchor Ashley Gaston is investigating. She's in the studio tonight with more. Ashley.
The superintendent told KFDM that someone complained to the district about the signs. He forwarded the complaint to the Texas Association of School Boards. Legal counsel for the association told him not to allow student groups to display any religious signs or messages at school-sponsored events. Tuesday, staff and sponsors of student groups learned of the ban. It didn't take long for word to get out to the community of several thousand people. Cheerleaders, football players, and parents say they feel the support.
Words of encouragement, spiritual belief, heavy hearts.
Oh, this is those kids' heart and soul in this. It's not just words. No, it's way more than that.
I think God needs to be everywhere in our lives.
Now it's just getting taken away from us.
Morgan Copeland is a varsity cheerleader at Kuntz High School. This afternoon, Copeland joined other Kuntz cheerleaders, football players, and parents, and vowed to continue making banners with spiritual messages. Only now, the parents will hold them up on the field, not the cheerleaders. They believe the law and God are on their side.
We are getting the word of God out and just showing our spirit through him, and he's touched our football team, our school, everything just by the few scriptures that we have showed the past 3 weeks.
Football player Caleb Darby supports the cheerleaders and the message of faith.
Whenever I run through the sign, it just makes me feel like God's there with me. You know, like passing through the sign, I feel like he's just come over the top of the whole team to protect us through our game.
Darby and his fellow teammates say they take pride in running through the signs. In their minds, it demonstrates who they are and what they believe.
It just hurts me to see that they're trying to take this away from us.
Tuesday, the superintendent told teachers and coaches that an attorney representing the school district said it's illegal to display religious signs at a school-sponsored event.
It's just their belief, and it's them standing up for what they believe in. And it's them loving God that much that they don't care what anybody else thinks, that they're not going to deny him. No matter who asks them to deny him, they're not going to deny him.
I'm going to get my Bible out of your car.
Cheer mom Shy Seaman says she's never met a more courageous group of teenagers.
You know, I'm just proud of the community for raising their kids like this. It's not just mine, it's all these parents have raised their kids right.
Now these parents are choosing to stand up for their children and continue with the inspirational scriptures.
My mom told me this morning actually, that she would love to hold the sign for us to run through.
And hold the banner proudly in support of their children while the football players run through it on game day.
The parents created a Facebook fan page in support of their kids. In a little more than 24 hours, nearly 30,000 members have indicated they like the page. You can find them by going to Facebook and typing support Kuntz Kids Faith. Reporting live in the studio, Ashley Gaston, KFDM 6 News.
Can you give him a high five?
She's on the job, outfitted with bows in her hair, a collar that sparkles, and eye-catching pink-painted toenails.
She loves people, knows this is her job, takes it seriously.
Kennedy's owner, Sarah Gubala, is at the other end of the leash.
I mean, if I don't grab her leash, she's running me down the hall because she's so excited to get in there and see her friends.
Kennedy's friends are the patients here at Baptist Beaumont Hospital.
That she's able to provide someone some happiness while they're staying in the hospital.
Today, Kennedy is visiting in the ICU waiting room.
You want to roll over again? Down.
She receives a treat for every trick. Kennedy's owner says what makes her feel good is seeing a smile on the face of Meredith Carter.
Yeah, today's the tension off of you.
Meredith's sister is having neck surgery. The one-on-one time with Kennedy almost made her forget about the surgery.
Oh, she was happy to see the dog wanted to play with it.
That response is why Kennedy and Sarah come to the hospital 3 times a week.
She loves it because people give her a lot of attention. She gets extra treats, and she loves the popcorn hero. Do you have a dog?
All in a day's work for a dog that gives a lot more than she receives.
Sit. Can you give him a kiss?
In Beaumont, Ashley Gaston, KFDM 6 News.
She'll kiss you.